We've all had those days, right? The ones where your alarm doesn't go off, you spill your coffee, and you're already behind schedule before you've even left the house. Today, I want to share a story about Sarah, a marketing manager and a mom of two, whose incredibly overwhelming day taught her some valuable lessons about safety that can help all of us. This isn't meant to scare you. It's a reminder that when we're stretched too thin, our judgment gets compromised. And that's when preventable situations can happen. Sarah's day started with too much to do and not enough time. She had a huge client presentation. Her son needed a permission slip signed. Her daughter had early band practice, and the dishwasher had flooded the kitchen. As she rushed around, she made her first mistake. She was charging her phone on the counter right next to a puddle from the leak. In her hurry, she didn't think twice about mixing electronics and water. She just unplugged it and kept moving. Luckily, nothing happened this time. Running late, she hustled the kids into the car. She hadn't eaten, and her mind was already on her presentation. While driving, her attention was everywhere but the road. She reached for her coffee, glanced at a text, and tried to remember an email. This is where things got really unsafe. Distracted driving is a massive issue. Taking your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds at highway speeds is like driving the length of a football field blind. In her rush, she also forgot to make sure her son put on his seatbelt in the back. Small compromises like this happen when we're overwhelmed. Arriving at work with minutes to spare, Sarah raced up the stairs instead of waiting for the elevator. Her hands were full with her laptop, binder, purse, and coffee, so she couldn't even use the handrail. The safety training she'd just taken flew right out the window. During her presentation, her stress was through the roof. She was running on pure adrenaline and caffeine. While this wasn't an immediate physical danger, it impaired her decision-making for the rest of the day. Studies show sleep deprivation and poor nutrition affect our brains just like being impaired. After the presentation, her day didn't let up. Back-to-back meetings, dozens of emails, and she'd volunteered to help set up for a company event. While setting up, she lifted some heavy boxers by bending at her waist instead of with her legs. She felt a twinge in her back, but just pushed through it. Later, she stood on a rolling office chair to reach something on a high shelf. It's a classic workplace no-no, but people do it when they're in a hurry. The chair shifted, and she almost fell. It was a close call. By the time she left to pick up the kids, she was running on fumes, hungry, tired, and her back was aching. At the gas station, she made another common mistake, leaving her car running while pumping gas. All these small risks just kept adding up. At home, rushing to make dinner, she had her most frightening moment. She was multitasking cooking, helping with homework, and checking work emails. She reached across a hot burner for a spice jar, and her loose sleeve came dangerously close to the flame. She pulled back just in time, but the shock of what could have happened finally made her stop and take a breath. That evening, Sarah reflected on her day. She realized that in her attempt to do everything, she had taken safety shortcuts at every turn. None of them seemed like a big deal at the time, but together they created a pattern of risk that could have ended badly. Sarah's story teaches us a few key things. First, recognize when you're overwhelmed. Exhaustion, hunger, and stress make us prone to unsafe choices. Second, being busy is not an excuse for being unsafe. No deadline is worth your well-being. Taking honest 30 seconds for safety can save you from a situation that costs way more time. Third, small compromises add up. And finally, it's okay to ask for help or say no. Sarah tried to do it all, but sometimes the safest thing is to delegate or postpone. After her wake-up call, Sarah made changes. She started planning better, saying no to things that weren't essential, and prioritizing safety no matter how busy she felt. We can all relate to days like Sarah's. But safety can't wait until we're less busy. It has to be part of everything we do. Take a moment to think about your own habits. Where do you cut corners when you're stressed? Awareness is the first step. Stay safe out there, and remember that taking care of yourself is essential. The people who depend on you need you to make it home safely every single day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.